Welcome to today's video. Hopefully you'll be able to see the whole thing. Our image on the left isn't the greatest, but in this video we're going to be looking at some different we're going to be finding volume of some irregular shaped items. So our formula of volume equals length times width times height still is in play on both of these items, but we have to go about it a little bit different way, because if you notice, volume has 3 dimensions. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers listed here though. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this object as 2 separate objects. So we're going to find the volume of this portion first, then we're going to find the volume of this portion second, and then we're going to put them together. So our length is 2, okay, our length is 2, our width from front to back is also 2, and our height is 5. So for the bottom portion, 2 times 2 times 5, 2 times 4, or excuse me, 2 times 2 is 4, times 5 is 20, times 5 is 20. So the volume of this portion is 20, and it's centimeters cubed. For the top portion, we have the length is 7, the width from front to back is 2, and the height is 2. So the length is 7 times the width, which is 2, times the height, which is also 2. So 7 times 2 is 14, times 2 is 28. So the volume of this upper portion is 28 centimeters cubed. Then to find the total volume, we're going to add them together. So 28 centimeters cubed plus 20 centimeters cubed gives us an answer of 8 plus 0 is 8, 2 plus 2 is 4, and since we're not multiplying, our label doesn't change. So the volume of this irregular shaped object is 48 centimeters cubed. Now let's look at this portion here. This one is even a little bit more different because they don't give us a line to separate this from. So we're going to have to do some more thinking on this. Now we have a couple of options. One option is to make a line and continue our line here down to the base, which would give us a section here and a section here, or we could go and we could separate it here, which would give us a section on the bottom and a section on the top. Ultimately, it doesn't matter which one we choose. So for today, oops, what happened there? So we are going to go with 2 separate sections here. So we're going to look at this section first. Once we brought this line down here, we can no longer use the 8 because the 8 has been divided into different sections, and we have to figure out now what those sections are going to be. And to do that, we need to look at this 3 centimeters right here. So the distance from here to here is 3 centimeters. So that means the distance from here to here also has to be 3 centimeters. So if our original amount was 8 centimeters and this was 3 centimeters, what's going to be the length of this section right here? Hopefully in your head you are thinking 5 centimeters. Now we can continue on with the problem. So for this section, our let me get this written down here. So we've got volume equals length times width times height, and so our length left to right is 5 centimeters times our width, and our width is going to be from the front to the back. So in this case, that's 10 centimeters. And then our height from the bottom to the top is going to be 4 centimeters. It's going to be 4 centimeters. So if we multiply that together, I'm going to go with 5 times 4 first. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 10 is 200. So the volume of this section is 200 centimeters cubed. Now we have to go look at this section. So for this section, the length from left to right is 3 centimeters times our width, and our width is going to be the same as the previous one. We can't see it with this section, but we know it goes from here to here, so that's also 10 centimeters. And then our height from the bottom to the top is 7 centimeters. So if we multiply these together, and I'm going to go with the two outside numbers again, 3 times 7 is 21. 21 times 10 is 210 centimeters cubed. And those are very, very close to being the same. Then to find the volume of the total amount, we're gonna add those together. So we're going to take our 210 centimeters cubed, and we're going to add to that 200 centimeters cubed. And for our answer, the label doesn't change because we're adding them together. We're just putting them together. So that's centimeters cubed. Then 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 plus 2 is 4. So we have 410 centimeters cubed. There's no doubt that these are challenging problems. Do the best you can. One of the big things on the problems like this is making sure you divide it into 2 separate sections. Okay, 2 separate sections. Make sure, never separate them with a diagonal line like this. Okay, that does not work. That will not get you to what you need to be at. You need to go vertically, so straight up and down, or horizontal, straight across. Never at an angle for the problems that we're doing. When you're working on these, stay positive, do your best. If you don't understand that, we will be practicing these a lot. Okay, so stay positive, do the best you can, and thanks for watching.